Hey friends, Ginger Dreads here, and we're back with another one. We are just going to jump right into this video because I don't give you guys any room for discussions in the beginning. So we'll do discussions later on in this video. Right now we are going to grab a thick layer of phthalo green and we are going to apply that down to this piece of wood. If you notice, I already laid a black background. I do that because I prefer a black background over the natural wood background. I had laid down the black initially and didn't think it was out far enough. And to be honest with you, as I am painting these, sometimes I get paint within the tan color of the wood. I like when it has the wood outing with that tan right on top of the black. So when I mess up, I have a paint color that matches the color of the tan wood, like a raw piece of wood. And I use that color when I'm having to fix my own mess ups, if that makes sense. So like if I get any kind of green around that tan color, I'm going to take that raw wood color paint that I have and I'm going to delete that green because I want it to look like I didn't make any mistakes, even though that I did. You, my friends, do whatever makes your little heart content and happy because it's your art. For myself, I've laid down the black and now I've laid down a thicker coat of the phthalo green. And the reasoning I laid a thicker coat down is because I need that moisture in the paint for mixing, for blending, for marrying the two colors together. This one is just going to be phthalo green and white. So if you'll notice, I'm trying to make maybe like an ombre effect, but the ombre is going to go into the center versus, or maybe like a sunburst effect is what this is more or less going for, minus the orange sunbursty colors. However, while you're blending, make sure, I can't stress that enough, that you keep your paints wet so that they are able to marry properly together. Because if you allow them to start drying, it's going to make blotches, it's going to make spots, it's going to make like, you're going to see brush marks. It just looks sloppy. And I mean, if that's the background that you're going for, by no means don't listen to me and go for that because that's the background that you're aiming for. But for myself, I'm usually aiming for like an airbrushed look, minus using the airbrush because I don't know how. You're going to continue by just marrying the white and the phthalo together. That might take you 10 minutes, that might take you 3 minutes. It's literally going to be up to the preference of what you're wanting the finished product to look like. In this one, I'm only going to show you 3 of the woods because you notice that there was 4 in the beginning, but I paint blue every single day. Therefore, I'm going to spare you guys the watching of me do a blue background because there's going to probably be 6 more videos that you see that color blue in, or maybe 12. So with mixing these, I do a phthalo green and a white. I do a magenta, a violet, and a blue color. I do the all blue one. Then I have a cadmium red and yellow. Those are the 4 colors that I choose for my backgrounds. You choose whatever colors for your backgrounds that you want. This background can be applied to wood, to canvas, to stones, to, it's just showing you guys blending, if I can be honest. There's nothing special about anything that I'm doing except for it's the patience of marrying the paint together. If you guys are the type that want to know the exact colors and stuff of what I'm working with, let me know in advance because once again, some of these videos are done months out and I don't remember what I use, to be honest. I'm working on the magenta one right now in the video, and if you've noticed, I'm going to forget what colors I played with on the opposite side. I have done these original set very, very, very early on in the year, and I had thrown them aside knowing that I wanted to do a video with you guys about them. And then when I pulled them back out just recently to start working on them again, I couldn't remember the colors. I only knew the colors for the blue and the green one. I had to kind of play around to figure out what colors I used for the 2, like red one and the magenta colored one. So yeah, that's what you're going to notice, that this magenta one ends up switching its appearance because I can't remember how I did the other one. So I do want to stress that I like the other one better. I like that deeper purple look, and I'll probably end up adding that when I actually start painting on these, whatever picture I'm going to add. for the video's sake, I couldn't remember what blue I used, and I wanted to just get the video out for you guys. So you got whatever blue I threw in the middle of there. I will also stress that the magenta one is like my most shittiest blend. I don't like a lot about it. And so what I'm going to end up doing again when I paint over them is that whole background is going to be fixed. Put it this way, when you do backgrounds, at least in my case, I consider myself a professional fixer-upper. The whole time I'm doing a background, it's like I'm fixing a mistake that is never ending, if I can be honest. And so upon fixing that mistake, you learn techniques to pick up when you're applying art for later on and that background's already been done. You have to fix that background because you might have fucked up on a face of the art, or your hand might have been too big, or whatever it be that has caused you to stray past the lines of your art into the background. Well, as you stray past the lines of your art into the background, you have to fix that. You don't want your art to just look like sloppy doppy, you know. So doing backgrounds allows you to become a professional fixer-upper. It's just what I'm going to say, because that's how I feel. I literally, by practicing backgrounds, have learned to master fixing any mistakes that I make outside of the line of my art. So if that made any kind of sense to you guys, I hope that it does help with your practice. Also know that when you're doing art, it's going to come out different every time. Like, I don't do twinsy arts. I will not do twinsy arts because I don't want to do a piece and then be kind of let down at myself or be pissed off that one piece looks different than the other, because we never will paint the same. And I'm not going to say we. I take that back. I will never paint the same. I kind of like difference, and I kind of like the dynamic of a different photo, painting a different scene. It's practice, if I can be honest. But doing things the same also causes frustrations. And again, frustrations are good when we're doing art because it's part of growing. I mean, don't we get frustrated in life? And we learn from those frustrations, right? So if art gets us upset, take a break from it and come back to it, because when you come back to it, you come back to it better. You come back to it like more eager to achieve goal set prior to it kicking your butt, if that makes sense. So yeah, don't allow anything that you start to apply on any canvas that you're playing with discourage you or distract you from creating your magic. I don't have an end to this video. It just kind of ends however. I'm going to sit down and do a talk through with you guys on whatever I don't achieve in this video, because I just wanted to get a video out for you guys. And like I said, backgrounds are fun. They're colorful. I wanted to show you how easy and simple that they are. Play around with them. There's other tools and stuff that you can use to make your background easier. If you guys are airbrushers, get you an airbrush gun and go to work. Like, just practice, because that's all we are able to do. And that's the only way that we're going to get better. And discouragement it's not a bad thing sometimes. Like, I get discouraged a lot because, for example, right now I'm doing Christmas bulbs, and Christmas bulbs have faces, or at least the freaking ones I got stuck doing. I hate doing faces, but guess what? That was asked of me to do these faces. And as much as I hate doing it, I'm going to achieve those faces on a wing and a prayer, but I'm going to achieve them. And upon achieving those faces, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of frustrations, but it's not going to detour me from getting it done. It's just going to make me stronger and a better artist because I push through. And that's what I want to share with you guys. This video might end at some given time where my voice just cuts off because that was the end of this video. And please forgive that. I don't know how long this one is. I just kind of threw it together, like I said. I believe I even start trying to paint some mushrooms on here for you, and that don't go through because I remembered I can't be doing fucking art when I have a whole bunch of Christmas bulbs that are waiting. So I do have some videos of those coming out, some Christmas bulbs. They'll be out shortly or sooner than later. Oh my goodness, you guys, I got some of that new, it's not new, okay? Everybody and their little freaking dogs are using it now, but I got some of that freaking watercolor that is being used by everybody. It's like that metallic-y, sparkly, shiny, yum yum stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know what the Etsy artist's name is that sells this stuff, but I will link her because I don't want to butcher her name. However, she's popular. I'm sure she's the one that everybody's going through to get their colors because I'm just sure she is. Her shit is phenomenal. Look into her watercolors. I'm going to make a YouTube short where I'm swatching them because they're literally like magic. They are the most beautiful buttons I've ever seen. I don't even want to freaking use them because they're so pretty and I don't know how to use watercolor. So I'm worried that once I drop my water on them, they are going to be all fucked up. But wish me luck on that, you guys, because I can't wait to apply some of that sparkly background to some of my art. I know that those colors look amazing over black, but I also know that they're complementary to the colors that they're sisters to. So yeah, I'll show you a pop-up of them or something in here somewhere so that you can see what set I got. It's a little tiny set of buttons, they're called, I think. Oh my goodness, you guys, they're gorgeous. They are absolutely beautiful, and yeah, I'm excited for them and I can't wait to use them. So hey friends, Edit and Dreads here. So I wanted to stop in because this is one of those ginger dread videos. It's definitely a full video of me showing you guys how to do backgrounds. However, I don't have any finished products for you in this video except for the fact that we did blending together. I believe I told you guys the process of doing the blending during the recording of the video. Even though I said I was not a tutorial channel, I gave you guys a freaking tutorial. So anyways, I didn't show you guys any of the tools or anything that I use, and I kind of want to touch bases on that because when it comes to blending, specific brushes really matter. At least in my world they do. I know that there's a few YouTubers and stuff that use like I'll show you what they are. I don't like them. But they're these little things, like, I guess they're called like sponge daubers. I don't know if you can like see them good. I'll try to zoom in and I'll do all those little add-in shits, you know, here. But there's a YouTuber that I will post who does use these, and she even uses like these little finger ones. I'll post her for you guys because she has amazing luck with these. I do not. I just don't. They're not, the sponges come off. Anyways, we're not going to go into why we don't like them. We just don't like them. And so because we don't like them, we don't use them. However, there is a YouTuber that does, and she does amazing work with them. I did just go out and purchase some of these makeup applicators. Your girl don't wear makeup, so don't ask me what these are called. Say hi to frickin' Wallace because he's going to make sure he gives you guys a present. I got some of these because I do use these on my toenails when I'm blending. So I figured, well, if they work on frickin' toenail polish, then I'm pretty sure that they will work on paints, acrylic paints. Do you see him? Oh my goodness. Okay, I only paint with acrylic, so I can't tell you if they're good for any of the other paints, but I do know for a fact that they do great blending for acrylic paints. You do have to wash them. Don't mix the colors. Another thing is I can mix colors on my brush while I'm painting, and sometimes I prefer to do that, especially in blending. And then you can rinse it out. With the sponges, when you start blending the particular sponge with two or multiple colors, it'll start causing, I don't want to call it a gray effect or a muddy effect, but it's kind of like a muddy effect. It'll start blending too much to where it makes it dirty. So you want to try to keep your sponges between one or two colors is the way that I recommend it. Like when you do your toenails, you can do 4 colors because the toenail polish is a different consistency, but the acrylic paint kind of meshes it together and it turns all gumpy. And anyhow, play around with them at your own leisure and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But the most important thing, at least for myself, is brushes. So I'm not a person who buys real expensive brushes, nor do I really take care of my brushes. I think I might clean them once a year if I even do that. But brushes to me are the most important thing. And if you notice how shitty and beat up my brushes are, that's because they set in water and I beat the shit out of them, if I could just be honest. Because if you notice, when you are dabbing on, like you've seen me do in that video, these bristles are going to get frayed and bent, and acrylic naturally destroys brushes, to be honest. I do have a favor to ask because if you stuck around this long, then you have a right to pick. I paint on these things all the time, you know, and I did like a color scheme, and then I did this mushroom right here. So I want to do the caps as if they are see-through. Like, I can show you a Pinterest post somewhere up in here where it will be what I'm talking about. But do you freaking hear my belly? We're gonna let that bitch shut up for a minute. There's a Pinterest mushroom that I seen, and it's kind of like either a gel mushroom or a glass mushroom, or, but I want to draw something in here that you guys are gonna pick for us. I have a zodiac theme of mushrooms, or like a elements set of mushrooms coming pretty soon. When we get back to this project, I'm painting mushrooms. They're all going to be like this. So give me ideas. What do you guys want to see through the mushroom cap? I can do whatever. I'm not experienced at painting all the things, but you guys will be challenging me, and that would be great. So I don't do twinsies, or like I won't paint the same thing. So pick 4 different things. I'm not asking, like, you don't have to pick if you don't want to. But yeah, help me figure that out, because as I paint these Christmas bulbs, I'm not going to lie to you, I have to take a break in between them because of the simple fact that I get bored or frustrated, or again, I have to do faces, and I don't freaking like doing faces. And so with all of that, I need to switch the brain thought so that I don't get stuck. And while taking a break from this, I can jump on these and work on them. So yeah, get in the comment section and let me know what you guys want to see in the cap of these mushrooms. And then I will get them painted for you and in a video and up shortly, hopefully. I don't know when the next video is coming. As I said, I'm working on these Christmas bulbs and they're frustrating me. But so, oh, by the way, I'm talking on this little fancy mic right here. I use it in my voiceovers, but that probably made a big fucking bunch of noise. Anyhow, I use it in my voiceovers, and I wanted to give it a shot for you guys. So, because if it works, I might be able to do like live, not lives. Your girl ain't gonna go fucking live, but I might be able to do like face videos, you know, like, hey, you guys can see me. Okay. Anyhow, what else was I gonna tell you guys? I just wanted to pop in and make sure that you guys really truly understood that the brushes are important. Having that little fray, again, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know how to do all this YouTube stuff where they want you to show the shit up close, but I do want you guys to know that those brushes that are all frayed out are extremely important to my craft, especially on the backgrounds. I can show you another brush actually that's getting messed up. So this is one that I've been using forever as well. And if you see how cruddy and dirty they are, it's because I leave them in paint water, sometimes for a whole day or two. And I can't tell you that it's been bad. I haven't had any troubles with my brushes, but they tell you don't do that. So I'm going to tell you don't do that, because that's what they say. And so anyways, that is going to be a future one of these, because it's starting to fray out right here. I think I just use this one actually when I'm doing the black backgrounds on that. But yeah, so brushes are important. Tell me what you guys want me to paint in the mushrooms. And if you guys want to invest in these little dauber thingies, go for it. I think you can get them on Amazon. I believe I got mine at Micheals or Hobby Lobby. But I believe that you can get them on Amazon. I do have a Harry Potter video that I'm making for a Christmas bulb coming up. So be on the lookout for that. I can actually show you what it looks like right now, because me and that kid's face, we're fighting. So yeah, this is going to be Harry Potter. And I have a few, oh, I have a few more bulbs to do. But with that, I'm going to shut up now, because I feel like I rambled enough, and I'm anxious because I'm sitting in front of the camera and my belly won't fucking shut up. So I'm going to do my closeouts. Forgive all of the lights and stuff that you see. that's my setup, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and participation on the videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. Well wishes to you and your loved one. It's getting nice here in Arizona, so I hope you guys are having beautiful weather. And for those of you that are getting ready to be trapped because it's cold, I'm sorry. But your girl is fucking excited because it is like, I am coming out of my freaking cage because it's getting beautiful outside. So, yeah, spirits are lifting on that matter. Remember to leave me a comment on what you want to see in the caps. Stick around for a Christmas bulb or two video coming up soon. And with that, my friends, until next time.